brief rundown, because I can think of like two major developments that happened since Grant left.
I also need a rundown. Give me bare bones.
We found out basically that the two witnesses that were together, the sergeant and the curio collector, were lying and keeping hidden the fact that they saw the lady that Ryunosuke saw, because it turns out the waiter is actually like a chief inspector in government and told them to say that they didn't see the lady. But that's what the business card was. Is actually his real identity that he accidentally gave away because he was a fool.
We gained the ability to actually like flip and manipulate evidence, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, we get it now.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
Cool.
But it's actually like the game does it in a really interesting way where it specifically tells you like, hey, inspect this evidence, and you have to in order to proceed. And then like 2 questions later, it's like, hey, make sure you double checked all your evidence. But Adrian and I weren't really thinking about it at the time, so we just kind of proceeded. But nah, the game wanted you to like understand the mechanic and go back to the business card and flip it, so that way you could see what was on the front. And it's like, oh, that's like really neat, actually. That's really clever.
I will say, I don't know if you guys are here for this, you might have been, but I very much appreciate the Ryunosuke's inconsistency in his ability to slap the desk intimidatingly.
Yes,
so good.
Well, because the thing is that at first it was just, as we all know, it was just like wet paper towel hitting the desk. But he gets really into it at one point, and he does a good slam. But he gets
and then it goes back to wet paper towel later.
And he does.
I'm just going to be ultimately disappointed at the end of this when Kazuma somehow breaks my heart, but because of something he did.
Or dies.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna be dead.
I will say that apparently,
if Kazuma survives, I am going to eat my hat.
Your hat.
Oh, he knew what I was gonna say.
I will say that apparently Ouchi was unaware of all of the shenanigans, so he's as clueless as we are.
That's a good point.
Okay.
So he's not. So he's a jackass, but he's not a villain, which is nice.
Right.
Okay.
Which is a nice change for prosecutors. All right.
I would say wait, hold on for the rest of the game. There's probably someone.
All right.
There's most definitely someone.
Double checking. Everything should be all set. All right. Everybody good for voice acting?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them is studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory is a young English woman. Dun,
oh
dun,
my
dun.
god. I think this may or may not throw my theory completely under the bus though, Adrian.
We'll see.
So my theory, I kind of stated this with Grant. I don't know if Saba was here, but I believe that Dr. Wilson is actually just the non-copyright version of Dr. Watson. And for those of you who are familiar with Sherlock Holmes, know that he has a female rival who's like a grand thief, and her name is Irene Adler. And so I suspect that the English woman who may or may not have murdered Dr. Wilson is their version of Irene Adler. That's my theory.
That would track.
What?
Oh, hey, this dude's here.
I took over him last time, but you're all set to go.
Where did that kid come from?
Oh
Turns out that
he's
hiding a kid.
He's a father, and he has a kid strapped to his back.
You can't afford a babysitter. That's what the sash is. It's like a little wraparound thing.
Oh, that's funny.
I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
I'm glad we chose this voice for this guy.
It's pretty good.
What?
I'm glad that Grant went with that voice for the guy.
It's pretty effective. Also cartoonish.
Cartoon.
You mean?
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
Oh, right. The reason that we removed the lady was because we didn't want to harm Japanese-English relations, and there was technically, Ryunosuke looks more guilty up front. Basically. So
the
we just
court-
was like, let's go with the safe bet and try not to damage our relations at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone, I guess. Anyway.
Okay. And the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
No.
No.
The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory at Yume University's medical faculty.
She's staying in a large cylindrical tube filled with goo.
Filled with goo. I admit that under order from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. And order these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies.
Saba,
I
did you
lied
laugh
in
at
court.
did you laugh at him pushing the baby's head down?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, and they clearly planned on this like camera angle too, because you get it on this side, which is great.
Oh.
It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Let me think. I say we hang the child.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Wait a minute, is that why he's also bouncing up and down?
Yes, I
Oh
think.
my god. Perfect.
I was thinking about that yesterday too.
Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus
None.
far, yes.
Thus
No.
far, I have not been paying
Blank.
attention.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thoughts. Oh, by the way, did you see that the original No Thoughts Head Empty video got struck by Nintendo?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so
Of course
sad.
it would.
Luckily, there's like 11 more, but still, it's sad.
The case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Is that a correct use of discretion?
It's desecration.
Desecration.
Desecration. Good. Okay.
Like you're
Uh-huh.
desecrating.
No, because
Discretion.
I also read it as discretion. So
Oh.
so I was like, that's all right. Desecration. Okay, good.
Hang on, I gotta think of it. But, Your Excellency. That would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Remember that arbitrary thing, though? Our government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, counsel.
We will still finish this by lunch.
Exactly.
I'm
I will not-
hungry.
I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceeding of my
You
court.
already did earlier.
Wait, I just thought of
You
something
heard
too.
nothing.
The murder occurred on the 19th, right? And today's the 22nd?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that this murder is still gonna get resolved in 3 days?
It's
Oh. Hog champ. We're setting traditions.
Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
We'll locate this Jezil?
I said Giselle. I don't know.
Jezil Brett and
Jezile?
escort her to...
Jezebel?
Oh, God.
I can't tell. Whatever, just keep going.
Just the end of the name reminds me of jail for some reason, but an escort her to the
Jail.
courtroom with the utmost urgency. Just like Giselle, like jail, but yeah, it's. Can I just call her
Good.
jail?
You could just call her Jail, sure. Jail Brett.
Okay.
At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
Shit. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigation flawlessly.
So it won't be a problem?
God, help!
Have you
Please.
figured out why he's dying?
Nothing will get in my way.
And I don't think so.
I wonder
Okay.
I wonder if there's gonna be like an overarching narrative in this game, similar to game
He
3.
got shot. Oh, that'd be cool.
Try.
Dude, take care of that.
Gross.
Court will adjourn briefly. Prosecution must call the English student, jail Brett, to the witness stand.
Court will.
Do I make myself clear?
Disappeared.
Do I make
Yes.
myself clear? Wow.
No, we can still see you.
Your Excellency.
Oh, good. We will have a 30-minute recess before recovering. Recovering. Reconvening. I need to recover
Recovering.
myself.
We all been shot.
Saba is falling apart, and that's okay.
It
How was your
happens.
day, Saba?
Tiring and good at the same time. I didn't really do anything.
Ireland, more like.
Ireland.
Dude, it's like very loud outside.
Party.
Basically. Many people.
I still like to imagine this is the judge hitting his gavel like a
Just-
ton of times.
Wham, 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 wham. Wait, who sent this?
It is Adrian.
Wait a minute.
I hate
Wait a minute.
Twitter. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me whenever I'm on Tumblr and I stray away from Jello's Tumblr. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a
I
minute.
hate it here.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb.
Ugh, my heart was in my mouth the entire time.
That's what I would say if you didn't fuck us over. I mean, it was it was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. And I hope none of my ancestors do either, because this is stressful.
This sucks. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Jael Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she?
Jail brat.
Jael Brett.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Thank you for repeating. I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of.
Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see any of it. I was too busy shooting him. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. On the floor, lying there. The gun next to his table on the floor.
Where was it?
Where was it?
Whose? Whose gun?
What is it?
It's a nice attorney game, everyone.
I like the idea of that continuing my bit of that in Japan they have guns to do everything but fire bullets. Like, I wonder what this does. Better aim it at someone and find out.
Bang!
What's wrong with his hand?
What?
It's cool.
But look how far that
Stop
line
stroking
goes.
my hand with your mouse.
Look how
It goes down pretty far. I'm just
That's
telling you, I'm
really
looking at my
far,
own
isn't
hand
it?
right now. I'm looking at my own hand. Maybe my hand's
like
just
even
weird.
from that angle, that line shouldn't go that far unless his thumb is like on his wrist, like all the way down towards the middle.
It's a hair. Let me just brush it off real quick.
The waiter ran over to me, looking white as sheet. White as sheet. White as shit. and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. This would have been good to know.
Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. This is the professor, I assume?
I think this is the professor. So, Adrian.
Well done, both of you.
Yeah.
It's ancient Maya.
Professor Mikotoba.
Give me a second.
Or as Zach would say, a better Maya. Quiet and...
Oh my god. Alright, ancient Naruto. Or ancient Naruto, ancient Maya.
I am ancient Naruto.
Ancient
Well,
Naruto.
it seems I was right.
I thought I was saying.
Yeah, this is Mikotoba.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw the M, which is also not my name.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say,
The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
I saw the M, which stood for me. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as lawyer on this trial.
Country stores emphasize our justice system, even more so. Which is why.
Hey, Grant, are you noticing where they're triggering animations in this?
No, like, is
So-
it when they start talking or what?
Well, so
right
it's
after you press click.
Because like for example, just next time we're in court, just like look at it because it's really fascinating. But like while the waiter was talking in that last scene, the kid was still tugging on the sergeant's mustache, right? But in the middle of one of his sentences, right after I clicked, or while he was talking, right after I clicked, he like fluidly went into the animation of pushing the child down. And then that was like it, so they didn't have to keep doing it the whole time. And just here, Kazuma went from his thinking pose to his standing pose right at the end of Mikio Taba's sentence. So like that was the trigger, was like right at the end of the sentence, now do it. So it's really interesting. It seems like at the beginning and end of any dialogue, they have the opportunity to like activate animations and stuff, which is really cool.
Activated my animation card.
I can't believe that we need to send the brightest young star conversation on our lake hand. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
What did he say? Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway.
Good
Oh,
point.
don't say that. I'm sure his life will get worse anyway.
No, say that. That
I'm
means
sure
you
his life will
die,
get
sir.
worse anyway. That's so
no.
good. Hey,
What'd
do
you say, Saba?
Oh, sorry.
So I just said if he chooses not to go, then that's one reason that means he didn't leave, like he didn't die or something. Which I'm like, okay, be the reason. Be the reason. Just say stay here,
Be the
Kazuma.
reason.
Just
Be
be like,
safe.
Are
You
these
can't- Kazuma.
are these two guys the same portrait? Just one of them has more detail than the other.
One of them
one
has
of them
bigger
have more
eyebrows.
eyebrows.
No, right, but I'm saying like look at the shape of the head and the contour of like the shade
the
on his
clothes are a
skull.
little bit different.
But that's
the
what I'm saying.
beard
I
is a
think
little
these are
bit
the same. I think
thinner.
these are the same drawing, but just this one has more detail than that.
I think they're slightly different. The guy on
Look
the
at
right
the shape of the
seems to-
nose. Look at the shape
No,
of the
the guy-
nose
the
and the
guy on the-
position of the cheek.
The guy on the right has like thicker sides of the head near the bottom.
All right, Zach, in the future when you're editing this, enhance. Bring
The guy
these
on the right
together.
side- The guy on the right's head is rounder. The guy on the left's head is more rectangular.
Future Zach will confirm my suspicion. I just cheat. I just
Alright,
duplicate the
future
image.
Yeah, really?
What? What are you saying, Kazuma?
Your stance.
Tiger stance.
I was afraid you'd feel that way.
Kazuma.
Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man.
I don't like
Oh,
them
no, they're
both
both-
looking at me.
They're both staring
Your
at me.
feet off
Oh
the
no.
ground, I said young man.
Pressure.
I said young man. To me?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he?
I was murdered by the murderer.
If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
No, but I knew the murderer.
It's you.
Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA.
You know what I just thought of as well that's kind of interesting? Unlike a lot of the Ace Attorney cases that we've done so far, where the accused very quickly it becomes apparent that it's not them and just that the court is trying to pin it on someone. In our case, although we have revealed that there is more details that, were hidden from us, it's technically not unreasonable to still assume that we're probably the murderer. From an outside perspective, right? Because we still were seen holding a gun pointing it at the dude.
Yeah.
So that's
pretty
quite
substantial.
interesting.
Good.
That's well written, I guess, from a scenario.
And it was I who invited him to be murdered.
Oh, I see.
I didn't know that before.
It was me all along. I am the mastermind. Anyway, you're about to go into battle with me.
With me, prepare yourself.
The university was a university. The victim was University Professor Ribbon, and a well-known.
The victim was a university.
The university was a victim professor. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible.
But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Oh, I hit autoplay by accident. Okay, we're good.
Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. Watch out for the guilty-inator ray that they have.
The guilty-inator.
But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to last. You both brought swords, right? Best of luck.
Thank
Where's
you.
your sword?
Now then. I disintegrated your friend just now.
I
Oh.
disintegrated him.
I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we might need.
Of course. Good luck, Azuma-sama.
Ow.
Where'd she
Dude,
go?
I'm about to say,
Oh.
her ability to just fade from this plane of reality is incredible.
It's amazing.
Defendant Naruhodo!
I forgot about this.
Court recess is over! Make your way back inside the courtroom at once! Ho-ho!
It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hits them.
Kazuma.
I'm going to kill everyone in that room. What? You can't stop me.
That
Thank you,
defense stat must be
really.
worthless.
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already been found guilty by now.
Oh, definitely. Look,
You are
I have faith in you.
useless.
You are really pathetic.
You are
Look, I
incredibly
have faith in you.
suspicious.
You're sus. As a lawyer and as a friend.
You're
When
really
the defendant is sus.
Nah.
coming from you, that means a lot.
Join me
I'm
in
thinking
the
I'm
dark
thinking about
dimension.
like another case that'd be kind of fun. Imagine one where it's like on like once again there's like an accused whatever, but then on day 2 you get like a witness to come in and they're gonna exonerate your defendant. So you're like, oh great, excellent. And then like while they're there, someone in the gallery stands up and just fucking shoots the witness that's about to exonerate your defendant, and it's like, we should deal with that, but also now my defendant doesn't have anybody to exonerate him, so
No, but then you have
shit.
to defend the guy who shot him.
Right, like imagine that. Imagine the guy who shot him also isn't like, that'd be so good. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of idiot that he is.
Wait, do you know what this means? We're gonna fail. Maybe it's all a ruse, and we're
We
gonna
can't
actually fail this whole
possibly
thing.
fail.
You say that.
So this isn't just
Watch
my
me do
battle
it.
anymore. Whoever
Watch
we're up
me do
against,
it. I'm gonna
we
do it.
absolutely cannot afford to lose. All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. Ooh.
You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street.
Why
Zip code
did
and
you-
area code number.
Yeah, I was about to say, why'd you say it like that, weirdo? Like, you can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from the cafeteria. You know, like a human would say
on
it.
University Street.
You can treat me to a McDonald's meal from the Great Mall on Great Mall Parkway.
Yeah, exactly. That's so
San Jose,
weird.
California. With an extra large portion, of course.
How do they have money? They're university students.
True. I need a new gavel.
He burns through gavels like nobody's business.
Yeah.
The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryu Naruto. Prosecutor Oichi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? My gosh, there's so many more words in this that I don't think I can pull off. This is gonna...
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds and evens.
Even...
Hey, what was the name of the Kingdom Hearts character you guys kept saying that Adrian's thing was?
Zemnis?
Zemnis?
I hope I spelled that right.
Exi, you misspelled the
Ouchie
last
with an
name,
O.
which is on the screen.
No, I spelled it ouchie because it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Ouchie.
Okay, Grant, you're last.
Now we just see
I
this.
am
I
just
just hope
Grant.
I would regret. Ancient Maya's not even in this yet.
Yet.
And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under a rather painful scrutiny from the government.
How did you know about that?
Dun dun dun.
Sorry.
Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. He's so
It's
cool.
highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed.
Whose fault is that? That's Britain's fault, right? Because you had two people shoot each other.
Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders... Is that supposed to be flounders?
Founder?
I think it's supposed to be flounders, yeah.
Nothingness.
In darkness.
What do you mean new nation?
We're in Neo Japan, in Neo Tokyo.
We're in the future.
Oh,
Oh my
The
god, could
Steel
you imagine
Samurai
if
is
this
our
featured
tyrant king.
Could you imagine if this featured like a real life Silver Samurai?
Steel Samurai.
Sorry. Silver Samurai is the real one, I'm
How
sorry.
dare you?
Nickel Samurai.
Again, terribly sorry.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Good point.
You really have nothing to worry about, Ryu.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses.
I like the word
Is this-
bungled.
Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Good question, to be fair. I wonder if that's going to be an overarching theme of this.
I don't know. Please tell me. I don't know where I am.
I really
Stop
look
throwing
forward
shade
to...
at our best friend England.
I really look forward to Lawrence returning to stream, like next week or whatever, and everybody else's name is different but him.
Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy. Wouldn't you like to know, rookie boy? You and your friend know of nothingness. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. Nothing.
Ooh.
I just grasped all the sweat off in one swipe. Isn't that impressive? By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. I'm going to throw all my sweat at you in one powerful attack. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
Perspiration slash! Even half. We all die.
Fan of perspiration, activate.
I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student and one who could arguably study harder
Not
too.
the right time to mention that.
But
Yeah,
standing
you
here,
don't say that.
but standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly about. A country
tummy
that
hurts.
fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all.
Oh, that's America.
Hey, Japan was around for like 1,000+ years. We didn't even make it to 300.
We didn't even.
Yeah,
We're already dead.
I'm a soothsayer. We the country's gonna collapse in a decade. Get ready.
Some would say it
Damn.
already has collapsed.
Well,
Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats!
Thank you, Council.
You frickin' fricks!
you frickin' freaks!
This court
You
is the
frickin'
pinnacle.
little fricks.
Hey, punk.
Oh, heck.
Shush. Our nation's justice system, it exists solely for the pursuance of truth.
Gosh darn it.
With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand.
Fiddlesticks.
Visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jailbait.
Don't! No! No!
Yes.
No!
No.
Yes.
Zemnis, calm down. All right, we're done with that joke now.
Your Excellency.
Oh my
That's
god.
a stupid ad.
Holy shit.
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land. What does kowtow mean?
Tea. Someone
I don't
bring
know the
English
word.
tea. In England, no discussion takes place without tea.
Is that true?
Oh, ahem, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court, please?
Of course.
Not you!
My name is Satoru
God damn it.
Fukunaga.
Fuck! Shit!
I've been working undercover as a head writer.
Yes, we all know about you already.
Well, I'm going to say it again.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first.
This feels like a weird reversal of, like, people being weeby about Japan.
Is that true? Okay.
More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me.
And then you
said
stopped
your
saying
powers-
something, and then you said another thing. That's how
And then
conversations
I
work.
said something.
Yeah.
You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I did, didn't I?
Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman.
Well, you see, it's because
getting a
I'm
little
gay.
horny on
You know, it could also be she just simply, changed her clothes.
No.
She.
Uh-huh.
didn't
Everybody
don't-
knows women only wear one outfit forever.
One with a
Forever.
giant swan hat.
They're born in it.
They're born.
God.
They are born. That's just ridiculous.
Come off the
Sorry,
womb
Ryu.
with the big hat. Must have been
But
hard.
powers of observation aside, your powers of description fucking suck.
Guilty.
Once again, useless.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Who's gonna do her?
I'd say Saba or Adrian, or actually, well, I'm the only one who has two, so everyone else.
Wait, is that her speaking English? Because everyone
That's
else
her
is speaking.
speaking English.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
speaking English. All right, quickly, someone speak Japanese.
Konnichiwa, watashi, something. I don't know.
Watashi wa killer des.
I'm killer.
That's as much as I know.
Watashi no namae wa?
Give me a second.
Suge. Taksan.
Taksan. No, muskashi.
Wait, hang on. What if it instead it's just like, can you please give your name and occupation?
Honk!
Hands up. It's the
Goose and swan noises. Honk, honk. Oh god, that's like the best joke I've seen in an Ace Attorney game in a long time.
It's really funny.
She doesn't speak
Why would she?
Japanese. She's in. I mean, I don't know. She's like a foreign exchange, but I guess I don't know, man. Oh god, that's so funny.
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
Yes, okay, yeah,
It's just Banjo Kazooie gibberish. Just
Yeah, there you go. Wah, 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 wah.
The lady says her name is Giselle Brandt. She comes from London.
That's why
England.
he's here.
She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled at UMA University's medical faculty.
This is the first case, and not only do we have like the whole like police thing that happened last time, but now we have to deal with the fucking translator.
Oh
This is
my.
case one. What the fuck?
What a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word of what you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. I have a body pillow that is just Queen Elizabeth back home in my closet.
Oh no! As far
Queen,
as I can
Queen Elizabeth
tell,
wouldn't have been born yet.
I'm an
Says you.
oracle.
I'm an oracle.
Queen Victoria would have.
Queen Victoria would have been alive, yeah.
As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough. The
How
stream
do we
paused
know?
on my end, and
Yeah.
it said the detective is trans.
The detective is
What?
trans.
And then translating.
Yes, I agree. On no basis at all. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryu.
The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand.
Uh-oh.
Odd.
No judge.
No, I
Judge,
know.
no.
They're doing the same thing again, where it's like, oh, pretty lady. Everybody like, you know,
Now
just
if
let
we
her
may
just let her
trouble you
lie because she's pretty, you know.
To confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place.
I can't wait for her breakdown to be not only the swan like spreading its wings and getting angry, but her speaking fluent Japanese because she's just like putting on a show.
Yeah. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct?
I don't speak English either.
Well, I thought we were gonna do the Banjo Kazooie.
I love that guy's Banjo-Kazooie noises.
I don't know, both me and Adrian went to try to do this.
I mean, do you want to do it or should I?
I think you can probably do it better than me, Adrian.
Sure. I mean, I'm literally just covering my mouth going.
Love
When's
it.
it? Adrian's staple voice, muffled and hard to hear.
That's a character.
She says yes.
This could take some time.
So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese?
I wonder who brought that up.
I don't know.
Dude, it's
Posture.
it's impossible to read. I was hoping that it would. I was hoping that if like to like cheat, I could like kind of tell, but I can't.
She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately.
Oh, in what language, may I ask?
Well, she's an English student, so.
In Japan?
When you're the one who engineered her escape,
I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print?
You know how we haven't seen her eyes yet? That'd be hilarious if at one point she gets like really surprised and like her hat lifts up and she has like chameleon eyes that are just pointing in different directions.
oh god. Adrian?
Oh, sorry. I thought for some reason I thought it was the dead guy talking.
As you can see, I was shot.
See, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught...
Sorry, the resplendent... Fuck, what was I doing for the orange voice for this guy? All right.
resplendent eyes
Caught sight
of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps?
Yes, it was that guy over there. Because we have to reestablish all this nonsense.
Ace Attorney.
Apparently it was very frightening and sorrowful sight.
You mean to say...
Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime.
I would hope so, otherwise how'd she aim so perfectly?
The very moment when the accused standing right there in this courtroom.
I love Ace Attorney, but I always forget about this nonsense.
How aggravating it is.
Shot the victim in cold blood.
Like, are those other two witnesses? Oh, she has a swan tail. I wonder if
that's
those other two
neat.
witnesses are actually going to get charged for perjury.
They should. But they never will.
Order.
It's not important to the game, to the plot.
It's important to me!
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Sounds like the player is bitching about perjury or some made-up shit. Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. For sure this time. I've never been proven false before.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. I'm going to kill him.
Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described.
These are really good, like, barks. Oh.
Thank you.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor wasn't able to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak.
And then I shot him. Alright, multiple times with a machine gun.
After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and we got into a fierce argument.
Adrian,
I shot him.
Adrian. That's really funny.
Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun. Who the fuck shot a gun in the courtroom and shot him right from her eye?
No, he didn't. No, he replicated that noise with his mouth, like Tarzan.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Shotgun mouth.
And then I kept shooting him over and over again. I killed him with lead. Alright, with like a Gatling gun and then a mini gun.
Gatling.
Explosives.
They don't have Gatling guns yet.
I invented my own special gun.
Oh my god.
I don't carry a gun myself, but obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. What's a gun?
I've stuffed 14 guns under this dress.
14.
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Quiet, you filthy wretch.
I'm going to break your fucking nose.
I welcome you to try. My nose is made of paper and bone. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard, and look at this snow-white angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe.
What, Grant? You find some unsettling subtext in the statement?
No, never.
I read Snow White, so I know English.
You're still making the same mistakes, Ryu. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn.
Snow White is my waifu.
But he's so annoying.
Sorry, Snow White is my wifey.
Oh.
Of course, I was on the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau.
Oh, she turned to the camera.
It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go.
Very not true.
The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however.
Because you made them lie.
Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today.
Do we have any? Okay, maybe later.
Wait a minute. I could see a description.
Unfortunately, we don't have
already.
We don't have our own memory as evidence.
Remember, she's the one who said she ordered steak for herself, but he's in the seat right in front of the steak.
Right, so they must have switched at some point, right?
Oh, true.
But that being said, that is a discrepancy in her statement.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if that was in her testimony. I don't think that was actually in her testimony. I think that was just in her talking.
It might have been. I don't remember.
Well, we'll see. Because the testimony was like in 2 parts.
Hello, it's me. His
Mario.
lost Holy Era gold Koba coin. Okay. All right, just covering everything again.
As you can see, there's nowhere about her person where she
Come
could
on,
conceal
game.
a firearm,
are you
except for
talking
this
about?
giant ass hat and her giant ass dress. You know.
And about
Do you know her swan shoots bullets?
yeah, the duckbill opens and it goes.
My head is a bone, by the way.
God damn it, Adrian.
Thank you, Ryu.
Very cool.
I think I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere on that outfit if she wanted to.
Useless, and until the precise location where the witnesses to have hidden the weapon can be shown, this is moot. Oh, sorry, unless this is.
I'm about to say, why does it have to be the precise location? I could clearly just point at the dress, be like, no, she could easily conceal something in that.
You must either touch her boob and be called out for sexual assault, or die.
Or die.
There are
Go to
no
a-
pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. Dude, you lift up her dress, and she's just fucking strapped. She got like 18 revolvers on that one thigh.
There's a fucking grenade launcher in there and a rocket launcher.
Like ye old rocket launcher.
There's 14 different grenades.
Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryu. Like lifting up her dress or something. That's fucked.
But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day.
I also didn't say that, I was thinking it.
Well, because remember, the thing is that he knows us so well.
Stop reading my mind.
Stop reading my mind. It's fucked.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I thought that was you. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding guns somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart.
No! She's evil.
She's evil.
No woman has ever smiled and not been evil. In fiction.
Cross-examination, please.
Not even just
Oh.
in this game, just in general.
In general,
Just in life.
I have never met a woman who has ever smiled and not been a villain. Ever.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome, Saba,
Oh,
you
no.
villain.
Remember what I messaged you?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Alright,
Slightly
Presser
late.
was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself.
Oh, wait.
So
Yeah,
There it
that
is.
part
So I'm
of
gonna
it.
press
Hey, look.
this. I'm just
Saba
gonna press
got
it
it.
first, just to see.
Papa's
Was
a
unable to eat, you say?
Yes, villain.
Oh wait, no, we don't normally read these
villain.
ones, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was
Eh.
like the first time we do, but I guess we can kind of just do whatever
You kind
we
of just
want.
graze through
For
it.
the sake of expediency.
I was gonna say, we're still in the
Yeah.
first case.
I wonder, what if the first case is the longest case in the game?
Case 5 is like 6 minutes long.
Dental treatment.
That is some well-eaten steak.
Munch.
Yeah, pretty like decisively cut there. It doesn't even look like she cut it. It looks like she bit it.
I know.
I was gonna say, it looks more like a
It's
bite
curved.
mark than a cut mark.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if when the reveal, like she's like a reoccurring villainess or whatever from for like the next couple of cases, and she's like she has like a Cockney accent. I'm like, all right, you fucks.
Oh, God.
You think you can catch me?
Oh, and every single time she shows up, it's a different bird.
I thought the reveal was actually just gonna have like a massive fanged maw with like a bunch of sharp teeth. Slathering.
Molding.
I think we know what it is, guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's presenting the body to because he's in the other seat. Have no fear, my dear.
I'm going to crush.
That's it.
That's it. I haven't smashed in quite a while.
Let me smash.
Other than some
Please.
carbonated water.
Please let me smash. I'm begging you.
Oh no.
Let
No,
me
Becky.
smash.
Is it Ron?
No, Becky. Or no, Ron. Let me smash. I miss that meme.
Maybe I was supposed to press this.
Ooh.
Cause she said that they both raised the glass, but he has no glass. And also, is this carbonated water?
Sure, why not?
So where's his glass?
Or where's her glass?
He was drinking
Her
straight
glass
from
is
the
probably
bottle.
this, right? Because she's
Straight
eating.
from the bottle.
Nobody has just the
He
bottle.
drank the flower vase.
Oh god, that's what I call a garnish.
Oh, he did paper slap.
Slap.
Do you think that the fact that it was a paper slap was a hint?
that it wasn't that great? Oh shit. Okay.
Cool.
So, well sidestepped.
Very well, Miss Bird. Kindly repeat what you just said and add it. Wait.
Oh! Her mask changed like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Or like Deadpool.
Or Venom.
True.
Or any superhero by this point.
Is there any superhero with that kind of mask?
Like Wonder Red. Right, guys? Everybody
Or
loves
Wolverine.
Wonderful 101.
Or Rubber Man.
Or I can't find my keys, man. He also has a mask.
I can't find my keys, man.
Okay. And I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. So, I don't know. Present the thing, right? Present this?
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Uh-oh.
Evidently
Uh-oh.
not!
We get struck.
Maybe it's the one where you can more clearly see the whole table? I don't know. Oh, also, you got your strike back during the break.
Yeah, and I lost it.
Immediately, yes.
Woo!
Damn it.
Bing.
Ooh.
Booga booga.
No.
Okay, well. Oh. No.
Thought we just said
No,
hi.
it won't let me go back.
You fool.
It won't let me go back. I can only go forward.
Loop it. It's okay, we can look at Kazuma's face a little while longer.
Yes.
There are silver linings in this world.
Heaven
Silver linings and silver eyes.
Kazuma, stop being horny.
Never. He will never stop.
Also, sorry,
you
I
were
meant
thirsting
Plastic
after
Man
him
earlier, not
first.
Rubber Man.
I was thirsting after
Plastic
him.
Man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Plastic Man, there you go.
Oh my god, Zach is suffering. He's turning into
Goblin.
Smeagol. Is this what your D&D character sounds like, Zach?
No. The true face of this exotic figure. Is Britain exotic?
In Japan, apparently it is. Like I said, there's a bunch of people. Ouchie, and apparently a bunch of people in this courtroom are all
We
just
did
fucking.
it. All right, so it was the
Yeah.
second picture. That's so weird. Oh, did you see his face?
He just looked at the camera.
Yeah, he was like,
He was like,
huh.
"Can you believe this shit?"
You seen
He,
this?
he looked at. He's like, "Zach, can you believe this shit?"
That's it.
Are you shitting me?
Let me just confirm something, please. It's
Look
to
at this
do with this
photograph.
photograph.
Oh, grab.
Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. Don't translate. She didn't say anything!
She nodded.
Mind meld.
Well, that's, it's odd. Very odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
I am. Ryu, what is this about the print that looks odd to you?
Point it out. Well, obviously, it's the Cheers. The TV show hasn't been invented yet.
Cheers.
We need to do it.
Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, wouldn't there be a second glass? I wonder if maybe we're one step ahead of the case with them switching seats or something.
Probably.
We might be, yeah.
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutia?
Go fuck yourself. That's a big deal. She lied.
What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on this case?
Minutia, you say?
How would fuck, what was the name of the detective? He was like the magician.
The magician.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah, look at me. Minutiae, you say?
Minutiae.
Minutiae.
Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
But there should be 2 glasses. Or are you gonna tell me you could clink with only 1 glass? What's the sound of 1 glass clinking?
You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
I ate the other one, by the way. I can agree to this for you right now if you want.
Inspector, what did she say? Quickly.
It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
I wanted to keep it as a souvenir from this holy land. What?
It was also terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying.
But what about the steak?
We're getting there.
I know, but it doesn't make
Stake in
any
all of
sense.
this.
Gracious.
Just really like, oh,
No,
I understood that one.
Sorry.
No, she's Uwu.
she's the killer instantly.
There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered the lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray?
Go? What the fuck? That's absurd.
Oh, really? So we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
Adrian,
The
you're a little too
gravest
close.
crime in the whole land?
the highest of crime. You're breathing directly into your mic, by the way. You know, I was just thinking, do you think this series, you could technically say, negs its fan base? Like it negs its fan base in the sense that like the trials treat you like absolute garbage for a really long time, and then at the very end it's like, oh, you were right the whole time, congratulations. It's like negging, where you just insult the girl like a lot, and then like at the very end, right before she leaves, you're just like, oh, but never mind.
I have never heard that word or term used before.
You never have?
I was very concerned.
I'm aware of the term.
Yeah,
think
negging
I've
is
heard of
a
Yeah.
negging is a term derived from
annoy?
negative feedback. Yeah, it's one of those like scummy tactics that they use for like trying to pick up women and stuff. The idea is that you're supposed to insult the shit out of them, more or less, like just demean them like crazy, so that way their like self-confidence gets eroded. And then at the very end, you give them a compliment, which suddenly makes it seem like, wow, I'm great. And then they sleep with you. No, this does not work in the 21st century, by the way.
And that's why no one's ever heard of that word.
It's very common. I think you all just live under a rock.
True.
The same
know,
rock.
I
I won't
do.
deny that. Yeah.
Oh no! This can't be put down as mischief. Puts down to mischief.
I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
I ate it.
Eat it, glass shards and all.
It would seem that she slipped into a small handbag she was carrying.
Oh,
There you
so she
go. Now
couldn't
we know where the
hold
gun was.
anything.
Ridiculous.
Handbag, you say?
It's my
Yeah,
military grade
yeah.
duffel bag.
Oh my god.
A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England.
So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on this case.
You notice that his whole body jiggles slightly when he waves the fan?
I mean, wouldn't yours?
No, I'm just saying I think that's a nice detail. Although his neck doesn't
okay.
move.
This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, the second greatest crime in this country. But in the end,
Logic.
it comes to nothing.
Destroy
No
you with
more
facts.
pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already.
Indeed. The lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think henceforth we can consider this matter to have no bearing on the case.
Oh
Counsel
my
for the
God.
defense, are you in agreement? Are you smart in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know.
If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance.
Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag. Wait! The lady put the glass in her handbag, you say?
Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English women carry handbags for small items. Every single one of them.
Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. What about the handbag? What she forgot to mention was her handbag. Oh, come on! In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
You're right.
Thank you. I know I am.
Well
think it
done,
over.
partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
I'm getting all the notifications from the GMTK channel.
Me too.
I should respond to Kevin's question in a little bit.
Yeah, same here.
All right. There we go. Just so meticulous when it comes to adjusting these things. Got it. Perfect. Okay. Anyway.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? I love the word blackguard. It has Irish origins, I think. Probably. I don't know. All those Western countries are the same to me.
It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
Wait, was she actually carrying like 14 guns?
I think so. my suspicion, because once again, if this is the character that I'm assuming that she might be from like the Sherlock Holmes thing, her and Dr. Watson would know each other. So I think the gun we picked up from the floor might have been his that she knocked out of his hand that he was holding under the table. So like that's why, because if you go back to the artwork that you of him of us like talking to the professor, he's like sweating.
You can't be suggesting.
Inspector Hasanaga,
Yes.
did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder?
No, sir, I did not.
You're not very thorough.
No.
In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's bag.
Order.
Oh, dispassionate.
Very enthusiastic
Oh,
sound.
there's
I
just
like
so
it.
much noise happening outside. I'm like, ugh.
Oof.
Okay.
Saba's in an active war zone.
I
No,
probably
get
agree
out
with
of
that.
there.
Oh, I
What
can't.
is the meaning of this, Inspector?
No.
What the fuck, man?
The meaning of what, Prosecutor Altree?
Oh, sure.
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? I mean, come on. Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure all these uncomfortable accusations.
Brilliant work, partner.
Yes.
Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
Do you think so, Kazuma? Oh my god. Sab, is that you?
Is that
I
a
told
dog?
you it's loud outside. I
Okay.
should lower my sensitivity. So. Oh, shut up.
Oh God! God, please help! Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Getting worse.
Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police.
Not anymore. Well, not for a while
Oh.
at least.
As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting.
Because she did not have it on her person.
Simply because it was unnecessary.
Unnecessary in what way?
Because I said so. I had to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I completely forgotten about.
Are you
I'm gonna-
shitting me?
Pull it out of my ass. Here it is. This
Is it-
photographic print.
I hate life.
Oh!
There's the bag. The print is
What
of
the
a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag.
Well, I never.
You can see right through to what's inside.
That was
It's
the
not very-
judge.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Don't you carry the.
I'm sorry. That's right, me. Apparently, mess with bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment.
So the contents are clearly visible.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag.
All hidden compartment.
If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here.
Doesn't this confirm our thing, though, that she's sitting on the side without stake?
True.
Right, but
Yeah.
evidently we don't want to present that yet for some reason.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
Richard.
helping to prove that, Naruto. What the fuck is
Look
he
at his
doing?
torso! Did you see that? He
Order,
fucking
order.
he fucking kinked like a garden hose.
Yeah, you don't ever do that.
Intentionally?
Inspector
No.
Hosonaga, you will submit this
Oh, no.
print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Okay.
I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness counsel.
It's not completely like mesh though. The backside is still open or,
But
or
also, what's on his
closed.
wrist?
It's a bull from the we look at this one. It's right here. Because that must it's a hot plate like you get at a restaurant where the
He
plate
got branded.
Yes, so I think so at some point he must have gotten branded, so he was definitely here, but I don't know how that's relevant just quite yet.
Rest in peace.
Oh, and wait a minute, isn't it on his it's on
Wrist.
the yeah, so the chair must have spun around at some point because it's
Yeah.
on the correct arm too, I think.
And then it got spun around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing the 3D the 3D maneuvering in my mind's hard.
Court has now been shown considerable evidence.
In the first case of the game.
As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I'm satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter. I must make my ruling.
Shut up!
Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of the crime.
No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Oh!
Run it back.
Kazuma?
Shit! I'm sorry, Ryu.
Oh, no.
Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue.
What? You mean this is it? But there's not! We know that he's sitting on the wrong side!
But the characters don't know.
Thank you, Moobot.
But video
appreciate you.
game.
I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat while the strong eat. What the fuck is that analogy?
I don't like that.
To stop you from getting off, I'm gonna eat you. You were
Can-
wasting your time. There's no way to
Cannibal-
defeat true
cannibals.
justice.
Cannibal Japan.
Cannibal Lecter.
A fact that you can chew on to your heart's content. From the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? That never happens, ever!
What if, like, he did, and then you play as Kazuma the rest of the game?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Just to complete all the evidence shows the wrong person on the cover.
Yeah.
Kazuma,
What?
is there really no chance now of turning this trial around?
You hurt the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest.
Shut up, game.
Where's
Which
the 2x
means-
speed?
There's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Could you imagine doing like a tabletop version of Ace Attorney where it's just like, all right, here's a picture, and now you have to make arguments and stuff. Like I wouldn't be able to like railroad you guys into this because like minute 1, Saba would have been like, Judge, he's sitting on the wrong side of the table. And it would have been like,
Well, that wouldn't be very narratively exciting now, would it?
I know, but it's still silly.
I would have been
It'd
very
be
excited.
satisfying, but it wouldn't be narratively satisfying.
It'd be cathartic.
I'd
There
be
you
like,
go.
I beat
Catharsis is
everyone.
bad for you, don't you know?
Very well, I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It
Death.
seems we will be able to report the British government on time after all.
Wait. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. Death pulls out a gun, shoots you. It's right
But the
there.
gun doesn't
no, I
shoot a
forgot
bullet
to
that
bang my
kills you. The,
bell.
the gun just like steals your life force or something with a ray.
Because they can't shoot him. Because they can't shoot bullets. Yeah.
Look, he's got the fucking arm guard thing.
That smug little.
No, that's a tattoo.
Oh my god.
Ryu Naruto, having considered all of the okay.
Objection! Yes!
You did it.
Wait! Your Excellency!
Ryu.
I don't think you can rule on this case just yet.
This amateurishness is getting tedious.
Tedious.
I autofilled so many words that were all wrong there.
This Amaterasu is getting tedious.
When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his rule. Bro, I have a lunch appointment later today.
Bro, I have a Lunchable. It's getting warm.
That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. I really want recess to be called so I can go in the swing with my Lunchable.
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic oh no, sorry, wrong. Never mind. Anyway, as the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there's no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photograph print. All it shows is the handbag the woman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence.
You better know what you're doing, Ryu.
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. In Japanese, English. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Could you imagine if the camera was panned like 5 inches to the left and didn't show the wrist, and then it was just game over?
Rest in peace.
That'd be pretty good, actually. I may be desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only it was very obvious in one of the first things that we all noticed. This is a complex case, but it's not difficult, which I think is good for now.
Very well, I will grant something.
One final opportunity, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I answer for the judge. Oh my god. Dude, it's
These are
enormous.
monster hands.
I'm about to say it's
Reward?
enormous.
But if I'm
Is the judge?
unsatisfied
Is
by
the
your
judge like
response,
7'6"?
the trial will be over immediately.
Keep fucking around in the wrong court, dude.
Do I make myself
Oh my
clear?
god. The judge is actually a demigod.
Yes, Your Excellency. Hey, you know how we're on the right side of the courtroom instead of the left, like we have been in the main series? Do you think that's because since we're in Japan, they read from right to left instead of left to right?
I don't know if that'd be the reason, but maybe.
Something
Yeah, I
along
don't
those
know.
lines. Well, because there's a lot of stuff in the U.S. that's in that direction of left to right because of the inherent like way you read English. Like a lot of stuff in China is top down. Anyway,
We'll take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before, and let me know what the problem is.
I wonder what it could be.
Could it be? What could
Oh,
it
there's no
be
highlight.
now?
Ugh. Present. I'm confident. Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
This is true. Looks almost like a burn of some description.
That's bullshit. There's no way you could tell that's a bird before you could tell that it's a cow.
It's helping your case. Go with it.
he's like
Joe.
he's like leaping to conclusions for me, and I'm like, yes, please continue.
Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that has nothing to do whatsoever with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that is a burn mark, you're right.
Go on, Inspector.
We all clearly knew about it. Obviously, we just didn't think it was important.
Yeah, the police coroner also noticed it was when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either!
No one knows.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Aichi points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, we'll have to throw everything out. Discard everything.
Okay.
Nothing matters anymore.
Thank you, Judge.
Nothing matters. Nothing matters.
I got 14 more guns under just in my bra, like literally.
Oh my god.
That's how she gets so much lift.
Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other universities.
I don't give a
now.
fuck about your motherfucking appointments. I'm gonna die.
She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. Do you like shan't? I learned that word. I'm quite sure His Excellency was about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryu? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case?
To be honest, I'm perfectly sure that I know exactly what this burn mark is, and I don't like the game like
Are
pre-gaslighting
you
me.
sure?
So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in hope that I might uncover something useful. Now we see where Phoenix gets it.
Yes, you're right. Dig your own grave.
I am?
If we can just link that burn to the case, somehow, if we can do that,
Just let
we
me
might be able
go!
to prise this shutting door back open again. This is a long case.
Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Just give up, please. I want to win.
I really need a W.
I'm afraid
really
without
need a
evidence, I
bad
cannot
vote.
allow you to pursue with this anymore.
But if we had evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it?
Yeah.
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 To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn.
The voice that Sawas is so not fitting for this cool ass judge.
But I like it though.
I like
He
the
looks so
nonchalantness.
cool. But he looks rad.
It doesn't matter.
It's the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
There's no color to begin with. She's white as a sheet.
Have to find some link between that burn and the case. I like the deep breath. It's pretty good. This is the moment of truth. It's the time to find the evidence that proves the burn, what the burn mean. Yeah.
Thing.
Okay, present the evidence now.
This one, right? Yes, because we see
yeah.
the cow. Yes!
What's this, Counsel? Yet another print?
You've seen this like 7 times! Yes, Your Excellency, I believe the photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things.
They're like the fingerprints of reality.
Ah! But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore.
You hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be inexcusable.
Actually, we need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. That'd be really funny. I'm about to say that'd be really funny if she turns to camera, does like the smiling face, and then in like the really intense cursive, it just very clearly says "fuck." You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unnaturally shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore.
What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. What, did he get burned on the stake? If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. Was he burned on the vase? What is
The
this
glass?
photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
All right, let's make sure we line this up properly because I don't want the game to fuck me.
Incorrect. You're 2 pixels off.
The beef steak?
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
Oh, great.
Your Excellency, are you alright?
I didn't do that, by the way, so don't get mad at me.
So it's
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. A fiery emblem, you might say. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival.
I wonder what that translates to.
La Carnival?
What could it be?
What could it be? Who knows?
We'll never know. Good thing we don't speak French.
Otherwise, there might be problems. This
Yeah.
emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn.
Have nothing to do with each other.
Well, you said it, not me.
Ah!
You're an idiot.
You're spot on.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. I mean, sure, but does that matter? Like, we still haven't established that he's in the wrong seat.
But even if that is the case, we can't know what happened on the day in question or not.
I'm going to snap your neck.
It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time.
Well, God, please say that it's irrelevant.
Sadly, Prosecutor Auchi, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks.
I got you.
So, wait, so they
Why?
are doing the thing where that the fans always complain about, where it's like, yeah, that's such a slim chance. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like Adrian, you're familiar with investigations too, right?
Vaguely.
There's a part in that where the president of this other country gets shot with like a revolver, and you clearly have the revolver, and you're like, this is your gun, and this bullet has been fired. And the guy goes, you don't know. I might have fired that bullet weeks ago. You can't prove that it was fired today. And it's like,
Well, hang on. Maybe you're giving this game too much credit. We'll see
Yeah,
if that's
we'll
actually
have
what
to
they're doing
see.
here.
oh no.
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga?
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But,
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as your friends just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
Can you be more specific, Inspector?
But I can be more Pacific. I'm going to jump in the ocean.
Well,
Let's see.
I'm going to swim to California Pan now.
California pan.
If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. How do
What
I
a
know
weirdly
that?
specific thing to bring up, game.
It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then.
I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But, you're a detective, not a waiter.
I can be both.
Oh, he's still pointing. Yeah, we're getting into it. There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that.
And yet, Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it.
But where was the gun?
Who are we?
That's
What's the
right.
gun?
And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either.
What are you suggesting?
Well,
was dead
if the
all
professor had
along.
carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day,
That would be beyond carelessness, I think, Counsel.
then the rest of us at the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, the old antiques dealer, all of us would have, without question, heard him scream. Is he looking at us or is he looking past us?
I think
He's looking at you. No, specifically you.
He's like, Zach, are you fucking happy? I pointed out the burn.
I did it, okay, you can stop.
You can stop bitching about it now. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Aoichi?
Well, yes, I suppose.
So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream?
I almost don't believe it. Ryu, do you think? Just in
Very
general-
rarely, but
Yeah.
can it be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but the burn must have been post-mortem. We've been led into a terrible trap. Oh, fuck. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. Was asleep. That'd be funny if that was the answer.
He was slumped.
No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting...
Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead.
Already.
Dead?
He's already...
Wait, what if he just didn't notice from the anesthesia?
That's in his mouth, though.
Right, but I don't know.
They
I
might
didn't know
bring.
whether-
They might bring that up. They might be like. They
Maybe.
might be like, oh, we the doctor. We brought in the dentist, and he said that he accidentally injected his wrist.
I don't know. They said topical, but apparently it has widespread. I don't know. There was something about that earlier.
Knowing what we know now, it's only It's the only possible explanation. I do really like that theory, though, Adrian. It's a really good one. That'd be a really neat way of like circling back on the dentist stuff. When the steak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead when it was brought to his table.
That's madness.
Bum bum bum.
Order, please, counsel. Explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
I'm about to say, this is not the assumption that I would have made. I would have assumed that he got shot and then, like, slumped down, and that's how his wrist landed on the thing. Not that he was
that's what I
already
thought.
dead prior to the food getting delivered.
No, Prosecutor Ouchie, it's you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon?
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet?
He like sheds his
throws
skin.
up.
He sheds his skin. He's like an alien.
Your Excellency, the
man.
court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Bread knows something about it.
She does the cursive fuck again.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett. And you will have to forget your lunch and engagement.
But Your Excellency,
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy.
I really like how the judge is on the side of like actual court proceedings.
So far.
I know well, so far I know, but like the original Ace Attorney judge is a little bit too like flip floppy, and I like how this guy's like, nah, fuck you. I have authority here. You're staying.
Yeah.
Rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
This fucking sucks.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Oh.
What was with that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help.
What the
See,
fuck?
she
Why have I
can't
been
speak
here?
Japanese. You fuck.
Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese?
Of course I do. I'm studying in her country after all.
All right.
But
Glad
then
that-
why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
I've been very busy.
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, refined and elegant language in the world.
Oh, so she's an
most.
elitist.
Yeah.
As a gentleman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as
Ooh.
possible. Jesus
Oh
Christ!
my god!
How to
Ooh.
immediately lose points with the crowd.
Wow!
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh god, I can't wait for her to call us savages, and then we can really deal with this.
Kill her immediately.
Put that sword to use.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I have to head out.
Goodbye, Saba.
Yeah, Zach, I assume go with what you were planning on tomorrow with Lawrence, and I'll see if I can drop by.
Lawrence isn't here tomorrow.
You're right. Yeah, maybe this just
If
might not happen
anything,
tomorrow.
it might be something with me and Adrian, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Alrighty.
But it
sounds
seems,
good.
the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen.
Bye.
Hey, Grant.
Later.
Goodbye, Saba. Hey, Grant, can we do a favor?
What
Can you take the judge and I'll take Hosonaga?
Sure, if he keeps showing up. I don't know. Now that she's speaking, does he still
That's a
need to be
good.
here?
Well, that's a good point. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm about to say you're about to leave in like 15 minutes anyway, so.
Yeah.
So I can see that I'll have to lower myself to communicating with you on your own level.
God, that's such an unfortunate character Like like this is character
Racist?
suicide.
What? I didn't hear what you said
Being
earlier.
racist.
Well, Grant just outright called her racist, but I was like, man, what a character suicide. Like, it's not character assassination where you make the character seem worse. Nah, the character is just straight up being like, fuck you people.
Oh, well, you're the epitome of an English gentleman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
Stop licking your boots.
Did you still want me to?
Sure, while I have you.
Okay.
In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the evidence leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryu.
How many twists can this game or this first case possibly have?
It's case one, bro.
Where it's gonna be 6 hours, and I know we're doing the whole thing and then bantering and all that jazz, but like, Jesus.
Unfortunately, I have no idea where the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Poison that you put in his drink?
But of course,
Yeah.
this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
She's like,
Yeah, she's just super racist.
it's so blunt.
England be like that
Oh my god.
when they lost the Euros.
Well, I guess this is what Japan thinks of British people, I guess.
Or at least British people of the era.
That and Herlock Sholmes.
Oof. That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you.
Shut
What the
up.
fuck are you talking about, Judge?
God. Easy does it, guy.
I hope this is the last time I'll have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue.
Christ.
Oh! Forgive me. I hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Fuck you, dude.
Holy
Like,
shit.
dude, could you imagine if she murdered Wilson just because he was like talking about how nice the country was? Like, could you imagine if that's
I'd
all
believe
she
it.
needed to murder him? Because she's so racist.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely hear you speak, dear lady. We are trying so desperately to be friends with England. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I'll be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what happened here today.
No, you won't.
The Minister of Justice. May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Fuck off. Holy shit.
Amen!
Thanks? Was that a prayer then?
Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with cross-examination now.
Just thought, it's a terrible thought, but you cut to President Truman in the war room, like talking with a bunch of racist generals. Like, all right, we're gonna drop one bomb or two, and then she pipes up. She's like, 7.
Jesus Christ.
Just keep doing. Just leave a crater. Let the ocean fill it in.
Oh my god. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial.
Please.
We're almost there.
If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
Yes.
Let's fucking get
That's
it.
a good animation.
That's great. I liked his like face jiggle too, because that was like really accurate. Yes, Your Excellency.
Then you may proceed with cross-examination.
Okay. So I want to press her final statement, which was, how would someone have done it? That's
Yeah,
my
I think
thought.
so.
Because that feels like something that. For our sake, the professor and I raise our glasses in a toast. As
Yep.
far as I heard. Yeah, because I feel like in the last one, we're going to bring up poison, and then I'll present on that one the idea of there being poison.
I like the little dots in the little top right where it shows you what number you're on.
It's so
Yeah,
nice.
that's really nice.
There's so many things in this. There's the history. Well, I mean, clearly they're like they're like accepting the fact that this is like a visual novel. Because you have history, you have autoplay, you have like all of the classic visual novel things. Finally. All right, I'm gonna press this.
Nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Okay. Ew. Don't feed into her racism, dude.
God.
Wait.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I thought of this.
Hmm.
I'm familiar with this. It doesn't even to naive detectives. No, you're not. I can't
She's
get.
so
I
racist.
can't get over how racist she is. It's like watching a car accident where it's so gruesome and horrible that I just can't help but laugh.
It's a
'cause
car
otherwise-
accident in slow motion.
It's a car accident in slow motion, and it's so terrible that I can't help but laugh because there's nothing else to do.
Well, on a different note, I'm wondering if that little speech bubble meant that you can press him on the same. Like,
I'm
speech
actually
bubble.
familiar with this mechanic because of me watching Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and you're exactly correct. It's him responding to her testimony. Yeah. When something didn't seem quite right. Now we need to explain how to do that.
Ooh.
But this time you're unlocking it instead of your tutor.
True. It's kind of neat. I don't know if you noticed this, but there was a moment where now we're leading and Kazuma is following, which is kind of neat. Did that say
We're
clink
so
in her
cool.
armor?
Probably.
There is one thing I noticed. Actually, no, it's about Hosonaga. He looked up when we addressed him. And I do,
Yeah.
and I do like the idea that in perspective, he's just staring forward at the judge and not actually at us who's questioning him. All right, I have an idea. When talking to one person, then just simply start talking to a second person.
At least the
Okay.
music's good.
It's so good.
Yes!
Yep.
Wait.
Wait. There it is. We perfect.
He has bubbles above him.
I'm about to say we perfectly replicated the exact moment. So I guess there is a reason for him to still be here. This would be a golden opportunity. They often let their guard down. Look at him.
He's lost in the sauce.
He's lost in the
He's
sauce.
lost in
He's
the sauce.
bleeding profusely.
The sauce being his blood.
I'll make him bleed more.
I'll explain
gonna
how to
explain to
start
you.
talking to a second person. Yeah,
my
there you go. It's so silly.
Good thing I brought my portable TV with me.
My floating flat screen.
Yeah.
The FF as I call it.
God damn.
I get it. Please.
We understand.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff to
Wait.
Wait,
yeah.
Wait.
who's
Yeah.
saying that? Is that the main character or is that what's his face?
I think it's him.
I was gonna say it sounds like his voice.
Right, pursue. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Nice, very polite.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. So, this might be a little treat for later because I know Grant's gonna be leaving here in a moment. Hopefully, we can speed this along. But if I remember correctly from the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, later on in the game, there's gonna be it's not gonna give us the exclamation point. Like we're just gonna have to know that somebody reacted to it.
Oh, that's fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shock you.
Or are we doing it now? Or...
We can just keep going. It's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna be
I thought we were
skipping
gonna-
out on a lot of voice lines here in a minute anyway, so might as well just get
Yeah.
used to it. If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Say what's on your
Shut
mind.
Up!
Shut up. But I'm here too.
I like him regaining his composure. It's pretty good. Is that how it works? It's not. Absolutely not. Exactly. Go fuck yourself.
What the fuck?
Which makes him a valid witness. We didn't dismiss him. Oh,
He's still fucking here.
Inspector Hosonaga. He's gonna be like, well, I did find a bottle of at the scene. I didn't think it was relevant though, since he was shot. You know.
Yeah,
Do you, think,
exactly.
do you think that the reason he's coughing is he got thirsty and took a sip of the sparkling water too?
Oh,
Holy shit.
but it was a little sip, so that's why it's just fucking destroying. Oh my
I think
god.
you're right.
That's fucked.
Rest in peace, Hosonaga.
That they use in Great Britain, yeah. Which is
Which is why I
Satoru Hosonaga always
took a big
strives to make
sippy.
took a big sippy. I'm involved in with Odyssey. I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I
Oh
can
my
from the
God.
scene, including this coin, which is still not relevant for some reason. I don't care if you call me a crime scene thief.
Wow.
I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
Oh my lord.
He definitely drank the poison.
Oh my god.
Brett, you idiot! Bottle of carbonated water. Oh my god. But it was carbonated water.
Then drink some more, idiot.
Hands it to Brett. Drink it.
Drink it.
One day our police force will be among the best in the world. Not true.
He's dying.
I'm confused.
We'll accept the bottle of water as evidence. It was at
I'm
the
gonna
victim's
take a
table.
small sip.
No! Alright, real quick. Let's examine this shit.
There's a button that says drink.
I would love that.
Delicious.
In a foreign language that I don't recognize. I think it's French.
Gross.
What does it say? It says poison water. Then go to France and ask.
Get fucked for you.
Really? We can't. It's nothing else?
Can you look down it? What's got down there?
Really? Well, hey there, what's that down there? What about at the
Can you
bottom?
put it upside down?
there.
all the
I was gonna say all of it just pours out and you lose the game because you duly destroyed the evidence.
That'd be so funny. Yeah, I guess that's it. Because there's no inside label. Well, is there?
Is that the same dialogue?
Oh.
Oh,
No, I clicked on the water, I guess.
yeah.
A little left.
All right, I gotta get going.
All right,
Later.
Grant. I'm sorry we weren't able to
Goodbye.
finish this in the 2 hours that you
Oh
were here.
no! Ryu, don't drink it! I don't care if you harsh.
Drink it. Do it. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
No!
I'll just have a
He's
sip.
drinking.
No! That's evidence. We don't know what might be inside, do we? Scusi. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? I think I might have just worked something else. An interesting possibility. Alright, cool. Well, I'm glad I inspected this, and I guess that's it, because there's nothing else to look at.
Yeah. So now you know that there could be something in there.
Whoa!
Stroke. Strokes chin, scratches head.
Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle? Yeah. She spoke Japanese again. Despite being racist. For being a horrible murderer. She doesn't. She's not very good. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Oh, he cleaned up the blood at some point. All right, so... Oh, razor glasses and a toast. It still won't let me go back.
Maybe I would have presented on the thing where she's like, just show me how it could have happened.
No. Oh, the fifth one? You think so?
I think so, because it's like, this could be poison. It's like, you could have poisoned her or something. But that
Okay.
might be jumping ahead. I don't know.
Well, because that's the thing. Like, I was thinking that we were going to present it on where she said we toasted.
Right. I don't think... I think it's clear that it could have poisoned, then she didn't drink or whatever. I think that's a clear thing to point out.
Okay. So I'll present the bottle on the fifth statement.
I think so.
We'll try that.
Wow. So you can't rely on the autopsy report because we're not using modern practices.
It's true. Actually, that's true because in modern times we would know like, oh, they were shot post-mortem, but they died of poison. That's a good point.
Right. Because apparently, unfortunately, she's right in that apparently Japan does not have the best forensic practices.
We're gonna present this.
Yes!
Music cut.
Yeah!
What is this? This bottle of water? I've never seen this before. There's one method of killing a man that without leaving a trace. Because we don't have toxicology yet. I'm referring
Poison.
to poison.
What the fuck is poison?
I can't believe. I think you're super right about him coughing blood. I think you were right.
He was thirsty. He wanted a sip.
Could it be that there was poison inside?
Oh, see, he reacted. He's like, did I
Right,
drink
because he's like,
poison?
oh shit, I think I drank poison. Okay. Yes! There's only one person who could have done that. Me! Oh.
Objection!
Objection!
This is bullshit.
Sign a court of friendship. Are you forgetting politics? I don't give a shit about politics. I'm gonna die.
Man,
Objection!
this reminds me of a mechanic in a TTRPG that I think is dumb but kind of funny, where in Pathfinder First Edition, when you apply poison to like a weapon, for example, there is always a 5% chance, unless you have special training, that you poison yourself. But this applying poison rule also applies to ingested poison, as in when you're poisoning a meal or a drink.
So like if you're poisoning like someone's chicken dinner, there's a 5% chance that you
5%
accidentally go, chicken.
Yeah, like all right, I poisoned the food. You look back like, whew, this looks tasty, or like you lick your fingers like, oh man, I'm thirsty. I could drink this wine or something. And it's oh my god,
She had her own. Oh my god. It's kind of
Stop
interesting.
kowtowing.
It's kind of interesting because he was just going on a tirade about like, you fucking stupid fool. If you do this, do you realize that we just have a treaty? Yada yada blah blah blah. And it's like, I don't really understand why this would affect the treaty at all. Because this is an English woman who killed an English man. Isn't that just their problem? Like that doesn't make any sense. And also, if an English woman killed a Japanese person, would we just ignore it? Might not have spoken fairly. As inferior. How inferior they may be. We still investigated this particular point thoroughly. She's taunting him for ingesting poison. I may have took a sippy. Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is? Your investigation has been completely flawed. Okay. I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country. But she's not from this country.
exactly, which is why he didn't trust it. So he was thorough and went the extra mile
And drank
and
it!
drank
Oh
it.
my god! Hasanaga, you insane person!
What a mad lad.
The chief coroner. No! Different font. I did like her custom objection, which was shut up. It was so good.
Very good.
You've established my complete innocence. Shut up. I hate how cocky all the murderers are in these games. It's so annoying. Ugh.
But that's the fun, is you get to break them down.
I know, but until you break them down, it's fucking suffering.
That's the price you pay with these games. Along with like $40, of course.
True. I can't believe that this game and its sequel were $40 when the subpar remake, not even remake, just re-release of Skyward Sword is $60.
Did they re-release that on the Switch?
Yeah, were you not aware?
I was completely. I don't own a Switch. So I don't keep up with that stuff. But
Yeah, so the
I did-
original
I did play
Skyward
Skyward
Sword,
Sword.
the original Skyward Sword came out for the Wii, as you know, and it was $50. And
you
so
needed a custom Wii controller add-on to play it.
you needed the
to
Wii Motion
calibrate it.
Plus in order to play it properly,
Yeah.
correct? And despite the fact that they swore forwards, backwards, and sideways that it needed motion control in order to be played properly, the remake came out like just a month ago, I think, and they replaced all the motion controls with a pretty good like thumbstick system where you just use the thumbstick to slash and stuff. So needless to say, that was a lie. And then not only that, but they barely up-resed anything. Like all the textures in the game are still like standard definition instead of HD.
My theory, I have a mini theory that the reason that Nintendo invested so heavily in the motion controls is its anti-piracy measurement to make it harder for PC users to replicate it.
Which I can believe, because they do a lot of anti-piracy stuff just in the back end as well, like software wise. So, but that
Right.
being said, Dolphin proves that who cares? Like they'll fix it eventually.
Yeah, but it's
Well, because the thing that's weird
my
is
little
that
theory.
well, because the thing that's weird is that sure, it might like even if it is an anti-piracy measure, you can just buy an infrared sensor and just plug it into your computer and it works.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then the pirates have to spend more money, and that's harder for them.
The accursed.
Accused.
The accursed.
Come on, Hasanaga, save us. Say that you tasted it yourself.
I know you did.
Oh, God.
Do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point?
I don't think so.
Kazuma, do you have any ideas? He's like, oh shit.
I don't think we have it. I think we literally just need Hasanaga to be like, wait!
I think we need him to swallow his pride and admit that he like made a mistake and ingested poison.
Or intentionally did it.
Well, right, but he's embarrassed because he was right, I guess. Like, why wouldn't he bring it up now?
That's a good point.
Maybe he was expressly told by his superior to not mention it. Oh, someone said
Whoa.
hold it. Oh, what?
I was like, that voice is definitely belongs to her, but what's she doing here? It's a shame the shop is not here.
Yeah, but I'll say it's ancient Maya. Why is she here?
Oh, is
She
gonna introduce her
vaporized the two of them.
I was gonna say, is she gonna introduce the magical gimmick of this game?
Ooh, that'd be interesting, and also a little annoying.
I looked into the past with my magical powers.
Judicial assistant to the defense. Susato.
Huh.
Call her Susan. Mikotoba. So she's the daughter of the professor. In my darkest hour with nothing, where with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning and saved my life. She carried a small package. Wrapped in furoshiki cloth. Oh my! There's a third part to this case. Are you shitting me?
Oh my god! Wow.
How long could this possibly be?
While you save, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back, real quick.
All right. God, I'm so hungry. A woman, no less.
Alright, I'm back.
All right, so Ouchie has officially confirmed that he hates women again.
Great.
Because he was like, an assistant to the defense and a woman no less. Get out of here.
So we have a racist and a sexist in this trial. We're amassing a real gamer court.
A real gamer court. Oh, God, we're gathering more people behind the bench.
We haven't even investigated anything in this game yet.
I know. It can't possibly be this long because I know, like once again, I'm 90% sure that they're gonna introduce like 3 or 4 new investigation mechanics because those were also in the Professor Layton game. It's written in English.
Oh, don't tell me she researches poison.
Okay.
Wait, she's under pressure because the professor is a forensic medicine professor. She did research poison.
Oh my God. Well, then why would she murder him? I really want it to be him like praising Japan over Great Britain, like saying something along the lines of like, "Wow, the weather here is so much nicer than it is in Britain," and she goes like, "All right, you're dead."
Maybe she couldn't hear that from a British man.
She's like, "You're a traitor. You deserve to die."
Despite the fact that I'm also here.
Right, but she's here to learn how to conquer them. Special characteristics of curature and its effects on human subjects? Oh, curare. Curare? How do you say this?
I have no idea.
Curare.
Oh, there we go.
Curare.
It's actually a deadly poison.
Who would have guessed? Demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
God.
I had little time to read it in any detail. Oh my God, Susato, you're immediately way more helpful than Maya. Like, I'm trying to think of all the times that Maya was helpful in court, and it's always been her just being like, I object! All right, Phoenix, you take it from here. And it's like, I could have did that.
Well, no, if you object wrongfully, you get thrown out of court. If she objects wrongfully, she gets thrown out of court, and you're fine.
That's a good point.
She's like a disposable objection.
She's a disposable objection. All right.
Come on. My dogs are just lying on the floor because it's too hot to sit on my bed.
Dog. Right. We're gonna investigate this. Poison made from bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. Wait, so they know... When does this take place? Hundreds of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Affects instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Okay. Practical applications. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have applications as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of full body paralysis may be found first, or patients will die of suffocation. Okay. I mean, they specifically said blowpipe dart, but could she not just have it in a powder and put it in the drink?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't see a reason why she couldn't have done that.
It didn't list any of its ingested properties, which is concerning.
Yeah. The fact that it was mentioned as an anesthetic is interesting, though. Does either side have any further evidence to present? Yes! I do! Now, although I think I'm literally not allowed to present this.
I mean, I was gonna say, is the judge literally not see her walk over and hand you the package?
Well, no, because like beyond that, and that's kind of silly. But it's also the thing of like the burden of proof is on the prosecution, and I, as the defense, am not allowed to bring in new evidence. I have to pass it through prosecution first, technically. Although this is like ancient Japan, so who knows?
Video game age Japan, yeah.
This really is our very last chance. The third
How
one
many
in a
times
row.
can you say that? Yeah.
In the first case.
Oh god.
It's ridiculous. That unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior.
When will the Ace Attorney writers learn that you can't edge someone for 4 hours?
Well, you definitely can. It's just the effects might vary.
There's diminishing returns is the term.
There you go. I will have to decline. I realized it was phrased as a question. Yes, I love this judge. I must ask you to treat that as an order. Yes.
Nice.
Fuck yourself. The Japanese language makes no sense. It's so barbaric in savagery.
That's a thing we do in English.
I really have to present it?
Apparently, yeah.
The music didn't cut.
Well,
we understand that you were studying poisons. Do you think this might be relevant? Poison? I've never heard of this. Okay.
Objection!
Entering through a wound like a gunshot. I've never heard of it. It must be not real.
you wouldn't have done.
You wouldn't have heard of it because it doesn't exist here. It exists outside for academic purposes.
It doesn't exist thanks to the poison out from outside world deleting force field we have.
Exactly. Ooh, because there is no test. Oh my god. Wait, no. Adrian, it's the opposite. It's not that he drank it to truly test whether it was poisonous. It was the test showed that there was no poison, so he was like, why not take a sip?
Oh my god. I want to give the guy more credit than that.
It could be either or. One of them makes him seem kind of like a fool but understandable, and the other one makes him a badass. So I hope they go with the other one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I like this like animation to replace the Phoenix Wright like tapping the paper. Although I do like the tapping the paper a lot more, but this is still really cool.
They're both good.
Yeah, I was like, they're very good. They're very characterizing. Tribes, people of South America poison to lace their arrows. Suffer instant death.
Objection!
I am going to kill you. Trumpery!
I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a bad man.
Oh. He would have been squirming and writhing in pain. Also not true. That's an assumption. Shut your mouth. Oh my god, wait. Didn't it say that they would suffer from suffocation? So, i.e., it's a poison of the lungs?
Ooh.
And that's why he's coughing up blood?
Ooh. Wait, he's saying I would have noticed a disturbance like that. Oh wait, no, he's talking about just in general. Like, I thought he meant a disturbance as if I consumed it, so I would notice if I died.
It's the other way around. The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that Curare? The moment the toxin enters the person's system, it causes instant paralysis.
It's a
Oh,
real poison. Pronounced
instant
curare.
paralysis. Instant paralysis, as in something that would prevent you from moving your wrist off the burning plate in front of you.
Ooh, there you go.
Ah, dude,
It's
this
all
game's
making sense.
This game is genius. This is. Are they really never gonna bring up the fact that he was in the wrong chair?
I'm sure it'll become eventually.
But that makes
But
no
God-
sense because we thought of it like an hour ago. You're saying?
I'm just thinking, like, that's another thing they're gonna have to, like, slowly bring up to that point again, and that's more time left in the case that we have to go through.
This is baffling beyond recognition. And
It's
but the thing
so
is that
long.
I'm not disappointed. Like, this is still a really cool case. It just has like two more twists than I would have expected at this point. Like, this feels like a middle case.
This feels like a middle case,
This
which I
feels
will
like
also say.
This feels like a case 3.
This reminds me of the first case in Ace Attorney 4.
Really?
Yeah. Ace Attorney 4 also has a pretty wild case. It's not this bad, or not bad, but it's not this long, but Ace Attorney 4 is a pretty intense first case as well.
Okay. The first case of Investigations 2, the one where you're investigating the assassination of a president, essentially. I believe that one, they were also doing voice acting and stuff, but it took Jello and Friends, I think, a combined 10 hours to finish.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 2 5-hour streams because it was basically like 3 cases all mushed into one. His final moments would have been a living hell. Oh no. I want the inspector to look at her like, oh my god. And you're suggesting that this bottle contains that poison.
Objection!
That's very convenient, right? A hitherto unknown poison. Bitch, I have research documents! Shove them up your ass.
Researchers written by this
Her!
witness.
Exactly! If I may, I'll make some bullshit up. Oh my god, please, yes! Yes.
Oh, is she gonna be offended that he's discrediting her research?
I think so, actually, that might be right.
Wow, imagine your fucking pride letting...
Your racist pride. This is how you... She's so racist!
She's incredibly racist.
And then you announce the results as if you discovered them. Oh, she's offended at us. Because we announced it to all of them.
Yeah, close enough.
Whatever do you mean? The unfortunate circumstances of the innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. Oh my god. Could you imagine if the professor, like, denied her human testing? So she was like, alright, fuck you. She's such a wretched person that there are so many scenarios I can come up with for why she would murder somebody. God, this game's so good. Using a poison that's in the house, breaking the rules.
Yes, that's called law breaking. We're dealing with criminals here.
What's so funny, Miss Brett? Do you know what I just noticed? So she said your ... excellency. Do you think she had to like work herself up to saying excellency because she fucking hates the Japanese so much?
She was running through like a long list of like curse words and like insults, and then
That
at the
she
very
could have
bottom,
said. Yeah.
at the very bottom, it switches over to like proper titles.
Oh my god, is she gonna swig out of it? That
What if
would
she just
be
smashed it on the witness stand? Oh my god!
that would be an excellent way to prove that there's no poison.
Dude, what if she makes him drink it?
You insignificant little island boys!
Holy shit.
Dude, this might be one of the most despicable Ace Attorney villains we have ever seen.
Yeah.
This is like number 3, I think. Maybe even number 2.
So far.
Number one is still what's her face from
Dahlia.
game 3. Yeah, Dahlia from game 3.
Well, hang on. We still have the rest of this case to go through.
Oh my god. It's a farcical comedy.
Dude, I really want her to be like, to prove it's not poisonous, he will drink this.
And then he dies and she murders a second person because she's like,
I was gonna
fuck you.
say. Exactly.
Time for the games to end. Wait, she could just have the antidote, right? Because she studied it.
What if she has a developed immunity to it?
Yeah, like she took it in small doses.
Oh my god, what if she dies
Wait,
here?
no, she could fake it. Because remember, they toasted Cheers. Imagine if she could fake it. She turns and her shoulder's all wet.
Is there going to be some other property of the poison that the lady didn't have time to like find? It's like, it's actually fine if you drink it 3 days after applying it to a drink.
Wait, no. Because ingesting it's not fatal. Right?
Do we know that?
Poison route of entry. The above mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, so it has to be through the bloodstream.
Right.
So it's actually a venom, not a poison.
Well, like I said, we don't know the properties of what happens when you just drink it.
Well, that's what well, that's the thing. Like, you can drink rattlesnake venom. Your stomach will hurt, but you won't die. So I wonder if that's going to be the thing. I wonder if we're going to have to prove that it got in through a wound somehow.
I was gonna say, did she shoot him and then apply the poison to the wound?
Maybe she did the thing where like, you know, there was the bang and she pretended that it wasn't her and she goes, and she like throws it. No, but he was no, because remember the burn had to have no, because the burn was after he died, right?
Right.
Wow.
Well, we don't actually know when the burn happened.
Well, no, we already established that a while ago. Although it was weird, like for whatever
happened. Yeah. Well,
like logically, you're correct. Logically, the plate could have been in front of him, and then he died, and then he put his hand on it. But for whatever reason, the game earlier, everybody was in agreement saying like, "Oh yeah, he must have gotten the burn after he died." I don't know why, but I guess that's not true. Now he could have just been paralyzed.
well, I think it's because he would have been unresponsive to the pain, but the poison
Right, exactly.
is another new thing.
Once again, I'm going to say that's because it's a venom, not a poison. They're both
Right.
toxins, but they're not both poisons. Oh! Look at her cocky, stupid face!
Man, I've never hated the British more, except those war crimes they did over history.
So many war crimes. Oh my god. Like, this game is like a fucking mental marathon.
We're not gonna finish this today.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Could you imagine if it did wrap up in 30 minutes?
What a god. It's a fantasy. Impossible.
We're not
All right,
even
well, we
doing
know
voice
what-
acting at this point.
I'm pretty sure we know what the next thing is gonna be there to point out.
The fact that it needs to be
through a wound
wound.
and not a, through a wound and not a, just drinking it.
Which
I mean,
once
to be fair, I'm not. It makes sense that certain people might not understand that certain toxins have to be ingested or through wounds or whatever.
No, absolutely, yeah.
It's reasonable to not know yet.
Because the fact that it's called, once again, there's a reason why we distinguish between poisons and toxins, or poisons and venoms.
Contains poison.
It does contain poison. And we know that because the thing says that it's through wounds. Yeah.
He wasn't. He didn't flap it this time. He really pounded that desk.
'Cause he's
really
good.
gonna. He's definitely gonna get off.
He's getting off.
Objection!
He's so confident how he's gonna get off.
Fool, are you blind? There's no way it contained poison. She just drank it. It complicates your argument. I believe that complication can be explained. We present the book again. Do it. Do it. Just let me do it. Bernie, no. Yep. Present evidence. All right. Well, I'm glad I remembered that. Yeah, present my badge.
Yes!
It has to be this.
Oof, double slam.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation. Why is it not?
Yeah, you have to explain further, I guess.
We don't speak English.
What the- Come on.
To be considered in its entirety, but oh, we have to point out the page.
I. Practical applications?
No, I think it's synopsis.
Oh yeah.
No,
Well,
no, no. Special characteristics.
special characteristics. There you go.
Okay, good. I'm glad they gave me the chance to look.
We were both wrong.
We were both incorrect. Been hearing a lot about this poison. And it left me curious about something. You know how I've been talking for a while. Well, actually, I don't know if I repeated this to you. There's a lot of like game design jargon and like concepts that I like to bring up just because I think they're interesting. But do you know what one of the things, like one of the key points of a good logic puzzle is?
What's
Or
that?
not even a good logic puzzle, correction, a good mystery. The point of a good mystery is that you're trying to make your like viewer, your audience, like think and question it for the entire time, but then they figure it out the moment before it's revealed. So like if you watch if you watch like a lot of old whodunit movies and stuff like that, that's how it works. Like one scene prior to the murderer being revealed, you've put all the pieces together and figured it out. And the reason I bring this up is that this game does that really well. Where it's like, she's drinking the thing, we know it doesn't matter because of blah, 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 and, you know, it's good. I'm essentially just praising the game again, saying that it's well designed.
It's interesting that you say that, and yet you seem to not enjoy when that happens.
No, because the difference is that, like, in Ace Attorney 2, very specifically, there were a lot of things where it was just completely out of left field. Where like it was logically impossible for a regular person to make that assertion. But if you already knew what the answer was, or if you were, let's say, the designer of the game, it's obvious. But to
Well, I was more referring to like when you're like, let me fucking present the thing.
Well, that's more me just getting into the game because for the most part, like I'm giving the game leeway in terms of like being verbose. Like I think that I think a more apt version of your argument would be him sitting in the wrong chair. right? The fact that we noticed that 2.5 hours ago, but we still haven't brought it up, like that. If that is relevant, that's not terribly well designed. But who knows? Maybe that's just a red herring.
Oh, he brought up a really good point.
Oh, sorry, I kind of skipped it. Surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat the prey, then, would they? Because they'd be eating poison. True.
That's a route that I didn't even consider, but that makes sense.
That
reach
is
the same
a
conclusion.
brilliant logical assertion. Yeah.
It's far less obvious, but yeah.
Through a wound.
What if she's like, oh yeah, fine, takes a knife, cuts her palm, and then douses it in the liquid.
And it's like, all right, now we know that she's actually just like immune to her own poison.
And then she's like, do you want to go further? I'll do it to the butler too, and then he dies.
Yeah, and then he dies, and she's like, oh, I forgot that it's actually poison.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story of that one, he was like a Roman councilman or something like that, where for his entire adult life, he had been ingesting small amounts of every single poison and venom that he could possibly find to build up like an immunity over time, so he wouldn't be able to be assassinated. But then,
And he was stabbed.
well, no, and the thing is that towards the end of his reign, there was a revolution essentially, and so a bunch of traitorous soldiers were breaking into his palace, and he didn't want to like stab himself because obviously that's really painful. So he was like drinking like fucking buckets of poison to try, because poison is a lot, like in theory, a lot less painful. And so he was like just drinking tons of it, and it had no effect on him because he had an immunity to everything he had in the palace. And so he ended up just getting stabbed and dying, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. He got stabbed.
Well, I mean, I guess you were right. Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
I was right! It's alive!
Oh my god. That's not a swan, it's a goose! Really? Me? Little old me?
You know something else that's really interesting about Ryu in this is that
What?
even Phoenix hasn't, as far as I can tell, hasn't made as many like independent logical leaps. Because like in the main series that we played, like Ace Attorney 1, 2, and 3, usually it's like Mia shows up in like your vision, and she's like, "Come on, Phoenix, you know this," because she clearly already knows but doesn't want to tell him. So it's really interesting that your tutorial character is like, oh, that's really clever. She's so mad. Also, look how wide her masquerade mask is now.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely wider than it was before. Do you think it's a different mask?
Hey, maybe. That'd be funny.
She has like 4 of them.
One for each expression.
Oh, that's a good character. Wait, that is a different mask.
Is it? I didn't notice.
She lowered it and then put up a new one.
I guess that might be it. Well, because she's been lowering it every time she dips her hat.
Oh my god.
That's interesting. If she does have, like, imagine her breakdown is like a bunch of masks coming up because she has like 1,000.
Wait, are we still just not gonna address the fucking swan?
No.
Great.
just like
the
how
chair seats.
Yeah, I was say just like how in Ace Attorney 3 we didn't address the fact that we exorcised a ghost.
Yeah, it's not important.
If it's completely heartless when drunk, he wouldn't. That's a good point. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're so close. I can taste it. If I could just stop going on tangents. It is obviously not irrelevant. She's such a cocky bitch. Oh.
Oh my god.
No, it is the same mask.
What?
It is, because she didn't put it down and put it back up. She just snapped into this, so her mask just does that, I guess.
Huh. Maybe it folds.
Welling up inside me. Is it hatred?
Come on, stop saying yes. Say objection. Yes can't be your catchphrase. Come on.
Adrian, I think you just called it. I think he's about to object.
Oh.
The sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. More than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Objection!
Oh! Yes!
Yeah!
Hell yeah, dude!
That's so good! This game is so good!
Oh, man!
Oh my god, she's still blocking her eyes. I can't
That's
believe
good.
it. How dare you use that tone? Oh my god, it's a different version of the pursuit theme. It's a more
God.
intense version of the same theme because now we're getting into it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh! Wound! He just got a tooth removed.
Oh!
You see what I'm talking about? Figuring out the split second before it becomes relevant?
Wow. That's incredible.
This game is so good! Oh my god, I'm so giddy. This is incredible.
That's incredible. Oh, that voice acting.
Oh my god, I'm so hyped! There was a fundamental fatal difference between the two diners. Oh my god, my heart's pounding like so hard. I'm like, this is so good. It's so well done. Oh, shoot, Takumi. You absolute mad lad.
Oh,
I
God.
can't believe the dental work has been relevant 3 times. Can you believe that? Like
It's incredible.
that weird detail. If he had a tooth extracted, the judge is like, oh,
The judge is pogging out of his mind.
oh god. Oh, is she laughing?
Oh no. What now?
What is this?
Puerile? Sounds familiar, but I don't know what the word means. Puerile. Or sorry, puerile. Adjective. Childish, silly, and trivial. Okay.
Just say childish. You fucking.
She's English, you gotta flex that on us.
Oh,
What the? What?
she snatched it. She's just gonna smash it?
Oh no. She's let go. Oh. Really?
And she's gonna get away with this because she's British.
That's the move?
Does that... But how does... We don't have to prove it to anybody other than this judge. He's the one who convicts.
Officer, what are you waiting for? What?
What the
That's
fuck?
the move?
Oh, because she can appeal. Because remember, we established that earlier, where you can, because Kazuma was like, yeah, we're gonna appeal this if you convict us. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it because
Come on,
you're
lady.
foolish. I can't believe that. But
There's no way. What?
there's no way that this works. Like, how do you? Wait, is this where him coughing up blood becomes relevant? Because it's evidence of it being poison.
Wait, then why is? But he didn't have a tooth removed. Why was he coughing up blood?
Maybe he always had the cough and it just like minces up his lungs.
Who knows?
That's a good point. I don't know. What the fuck?
Ouchie is taking every chance he can to just try and win desperately.
Objection!
Oh, now we're bringing up the fact that he's on the wrong side. Okay.
Yeah, Kazuma, good job.
I mean, yeah. Oh! Don't
Hello?
jump in front of the picture like that.
Oh my god, is the fact that he's turned on gonna be the last nail in the coffin for this?
You don't have a shred of evidence. Ouchie, come on, man. It's the progenitor of shitty prosecutors.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh god, it's so sad that Saba and Grant weren't here for this.
He is by far the most competent of the Winston Payne line that we've seen so far.
Very true. Well, I think it's only 2, right?
Right, but still.
I can't believe that that's the thing.
I will say that that Payne shows up in both 4 and 5, and he's more competent in both of them as well.
Ah, understood. What? Is it the label?
I would have thought of the fact that he's sitting at the stake.
Yeah. We noticed the fact that she was a foreigner based on the swan on her head.
Every last detail about the scene on the day.
Right, she ordered the food, but he's sitting in front of it. Every color, every smell.
There's no color. It's black and white.
Right, but
That one
smell, I
guard.
think, is reference to the steak that they're zooming in on. All right, we get it. I literally already... Oh! That's frustratingly relevant. So, Phoenix's ability is to bluff out his ass, whereas our ability is photogenic memory, kinda.
Maybe. I don't know if he actually has photogenic memory.
Would you remember this?
Maybe. I mean, it's a pretty traumatic event.
I guess that's true. I guess we would only know if he remembers something from, like, years ago.
The problem is that we don't have proof exactly. We don't even look at
Blood?
Well, I guess I assume the crime scene's been cleaned up by
It's
now.
been
No one's mentioned it.
Niggling. That's so weird.
That's a risky word.
What, nigglers?
There's a video College Humor did called "Almost a Slur."
Oh no.
Come on, game, really? It's the fork.
The fork. I guess the blood.
Yes, of course. What the fuck else is it gonna be? Come on.
I don't know, maybe it's the champagne.
It is sparkling water, not champagne. but
Inspector
yeah.
Hosonaga. He's still miles away. Said a number of times now you strive for perfection in your investigations. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps he took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, a plate of steak. Oh my god. Is he gonna pull out the plate of steak? Oh my god. Has this been troubling you? Because this hasn't been brought up in the slightest.
It's been trailing him for the past 30 seconds.
Was a spattering of blood. Yeah, from the steak. It was rare.
Wait, is that blood from him? Did he cough on the plate?
I mean, sure, but then how, like, how's that relevant, right?
It's
Wait.
something, I don't know, man.
Are you talking about Hosanaga or the victim?
Yeah, Hasanaga.
That's so weird.
Because he was there investigating. Maybe he coughed on. That's why the blood.
And the blood got on there, but then
No,
but then-
Ryunosuke saw it before the investigation happened. So it couldn't have been his coughing on the blood.
well, I mean, he's the waiter. Remember, he delivered their food.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe. It's all. I don't know where this is going.
I don't know where this is going. Yeah. The play steak is directly behind the victim. Oh, saying that he must have been spun around.
Oh, right.
She didn't spin the table. Like, what? Did she spin him? How did she spin him before anyone noticed? Oh, I guess no one would have noticed in general, right? Because why would that be weird? A lady just spinning. Although he's sitting in a chair. I don't know. That's so weird. It implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter, which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor. Okay. I beg your pardon?
Objection!
Can we finish this? Like, I don't want to stop and then come back next week and like have 5 minutes left. Oh, look at her. New animation.
He has a doily now.
She has a doily and she's all nervous. Also, that's way too long for her hand.
Her fingers extend like a little, little machine.
She's Hubert Farnsworth from Futurama with his extended with his
With his long
longer.
finger.
Yeah, his
yes.
thing longer.
I love the thing longer. It's one of the only scenes I've actually watched.
And that's what the world would have been like if I had actually invented the thing longer.
Oh god.
I love the scene where it's so impractical that he has to use like a pool cue stabilizer to poke something. I can't believe he kept it. That you had been eating, took the steak. that
Wait,
the
how much
sergeant
evidence
had-
did he steal?
He said he stole everything. He did it all in the name of justice.
This guy's fucking ridiculous. I love him.
He's cool. I actually kind of like him.
He's definitely grown on me.
Like, it's so weird that he's so thorough, but yet he still followed the orders to be like, yeah, just make this woman disappear, when clearly she, like, was a bad person.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring in, like, a bunch of evidence, man? Oh, you're bringing in the stakes. It's the same steak from 3 days ago!
I was gonna say, yeah. Also, please tell me that we're like keeping an eye on and restraining her so we just throw more evidence on the floor.
Also, the fact that that bottle shattered on carpet is kind of nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a glass sparkling water bottle in a while.
There's
so.
no blood, dude.
There's no blood. Huh. That's concerning.
It absorbed
Was it
into the
clean?
wood.
Was it cleaned off at some point?
But he wouldn't have done that, right? Because he just took it.
Right.
Wait. It's... No, never mind. There's the hole. It's right there.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? I think it might be flipped around. But then again... No!
Christ.
The living swan is so scary. She's a great design overall, though.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. You know you didn't. Nah, it's ovular on both sides, so we don't. There's no like shape. I was hoping that it would be shaped like an egg or something, so one side would clearly be more tapered than the other.
Well, it's time to examine the shit out of this thing.
Absolutely. Do you think we're gonna flip it and the blood's on the bottom because it's just like a plate?
Who knows?
God, this is case one, dude.
There's so much.
So much in this.
Is there anything to examine here?
There's a lot to examine.
There's the seal.
Yeah.
The emblem.
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Cow, obviously. Okay. Freaking this? No.
What else is there to click on? I guess the stake itself, probably.
Yeah, the stake itself.
What the fuck?
It's
What?
not. It's the wrong stake. This is the sergeant stake because he stole the coin.
Oh my god. Fuck, dude.
Also, I can't prove that I was thinking about this first, but in a minute I'm gonna go back to the other picture because the bite marks are different on the stake as well.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Bullion and bullion. That's really good.
That's a really good pun in English, nonetheless.
I was gonna say, yeah. That's a super well translated joke.
Can I not?
Can we not? I was gonna say, can we not take it?
This thick cut of meat is thick. I knew it was going to be relevant when the sergeant said that he was also having steak. Because you don't just write that, right? Like, why would you?
Is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
It's the
Well,
wrong stake.
it's the wrong steak. But how do we present that? So I want you to look at this, right? Look at how that steak is shaped, and then we come
Right.
back to this. You see how it's like a little different?
It's similar. I can
It's
see.
similar. It's similar, but like, look, you'll
Yeah.
notice that this one on this side is smaller than this one. So if we go
Yeah.
back to the actual steak, see,
It's. I could see you mistaking it, but yeah, there is a small difference. If the game said those were the same steak, I wouldn't be surprised. It looks similar enough.
I could believe it.
I don't think that was intentional.
I think it was very intentional. I think everything in this game has been intentional so far.
Hmm.
I
Alright,
can't
well.
believe that the inspection element for when clicking on the steak was to lift it.
That's a very yeah.
Maybe I should at least examine the
One step ahead, Ryunosuke.
Does the defense have any objection? Yes, obviously.
There's another clue.
You already know. I hope the evidence updated to show that it has a coin.
I don't think so. I think we just have to point something out in a dialogue choice.
Is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak?
As opposed to chicken steak.
You can have pork steak.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, steak is traditionally beef first.
Very true. But I do believe steak specifically refers to just like the way that the beef is cut. So you couldn't have a chicken steak because chickens aren't big enough for that. I think you could have a turkey steak, I guess.
Probably. I don't know. The point is association.
Beef steak is kind of silly to say.
There we go. You gotta click on the
Great.
steak.
So I have to click on the steak, and then it's gonna be lifted, hopefully.
Got it!
Got it.
Excuse you?
What? What are we supposed? What?
I pressed R to present. Maybe I'm supposed to press space to inspect.
Is that a thing you can do?
We haven't done it yet, so let's see.
I didn't think you could inspect in this mode.
You can.
Oh,
Space to inspect.
okay.
There was no thing at the bottom that said inspect.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's nothing at the bottom right, which is what I thought. Why are we... I'm surprised there's no dialogue for, like, we already know about this.
Programming that would be a little strenuous, to be fair, but I agree.
I don't think so.
Are you the engineer?
No.
Would you say?
Seems like it'd be pretty simple, though.
I don't know, maybe, I guess.
You just check if they did the thing or not, and then if they did, then this, and if they didn't, then this.
I suppose. Potentially.
Binary flag seems rudimentary to me.
Got it.
There we
Now
go.
we got it. This
Oh,
steak
coded.
sauce covered coin. Meowth!
Oh yeah, that is a Meowth coin. It also looks like a bunch of Chinese cookies that I used to eat.
Mmm. Man, I'm really hungry. It's past 10, but I want to finish this fucking case, dude. I want to move on. She's so mad.
Objection!
I've never seen this thing in my life. Right, but that's because it's the other guy.
Objection!
A simple, careless mistake? Are you shitting me? It's a golden coin. So, one of the things that I had heard previously was that on the to be continued screens, similar to like the in-between chapters from Explorers of Sky, they intend that to be like your stopping point, so you come back on like a later day or a later time. I wonder, because it's been 2 continues since the point where the antique dealer brought up the coin. So I wonder if they were expecting the player to like forget.
Probably. That would explain why they seem to repeat themselves a lot. I imagine it's probably mostly right after those continue points.
Yes. Very similar to Explorers of Sky as well, yeah. Which is weird when you're doing it in a row. I guess.
Oh hey, a person that I follow on Twitter is also playing this game now.
Oh, exciting.
Can only be
The antiques
the
dealer.
antiques dealer.
As in Mr. Cucumber something?
Wild.
Wait.
Wild.
Wait, am I supposed to say that the owner is the sergeant because he stole it?
Was asking who owned the coin or the steak?
They were asking who owned the coin.
Okay, well then it'd be the old man.
Right, because it's his coin, but the sergeant stole it. But I'm just asking because the music didn't stop.
I mean,
then
this
again,
seems
there's a lot
very
of dialogue.
dialogue. Yeah, this seems like very specific dialogue.
Yeah.
My prized coin.
Yeah.
Fucking Gollum over there.
Objection!
The victim to be fake
Yes!
because of the sergeant's
wasn't.
thing. I can't believe that all of this is just to show that the waiter brought us the wrong steak. I swear to God, if the other steak very clearly has a blood stain on it, I am going to be upset because if he's looking at both things a steak, clearly one of them is relevant.
We gotta be thorough. Unlike the inspector.
Unlike the inspector. Don't say that too loud, he'd be upset.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's 4 of them. They're multiplying, dude. Please. I just want to go. Forced to bear false witness. Oh! The knife went into his poop.
I hope it slipped between his toes, but Christ, that looks awful.
It's interesting that it became relevant. Oh my god, I wanted to pan over to the sergeant and he's like wincing in pain.
I imagine, probably, yeah.
A beef steak and its plate.
It's ruined.
It's
Oh,
ruined!
it does! My Koban Hoi is ruined!
My Koban Hoi! Oh no!
Alright, well...
It's still, like, that's still really good, though. The lifting up the steak and that's where the coin went. Remember me complaining, like, yesterday? Like, what the fuck was the deal with the coin?
Well, here we go.
And now it's relevant, but why? We didn't need this. You could have just
we're
brought
all-
out the steak.
This is all full of callbacks.
Like, it's cool because it's such an interconnected web of, like, instances, but my god.
The power of chance in your video games and coincidence.
Like, it's not even just that it's coincidence, it's that there's, like, so many things happening in the span of, like, 5 minutes.
And they're all gonna come up somehow. By God.
By God, every single one of them is relevant to this murder. Every time. So while I'm just kind of blazing through some of this dialogue here, I was talking about it with Saba a long while back, but the knockoff Ace Attorney that I've been working on for a while, I was very happy because, obviously, like most Ace Attorney cases, actually I think literally every Ace Attorney case is a murder case, right? I was trying to figure out whether or not you could write an Ace Attorney style case for something other than murder. Turns out it's very possible. So case 1 in my makeshift game is a kidnapping, and case 2 is a grand larceny.
Yeah, but those don't have the same stakes.
Right, but that's the point, is that when it is murder, it's supposed to be important. Not just murder all the
Also,
time. Tell
There
us
was that
this-
one case with Ron DeLay that was, it started out as not a murder case.
Right, but then it became a murder case.
Yeah, but yeah,
It was just a theft at first, but then it became a murder case because you know.
Technically, there was that one with oh no, that wasn't a murder case. Never mind. I was thinking of the one where the prisoner died in court. The one where
that was
the
murder.
second one where he plays.
Yeah,
but
where he drank
I forgot
the
that was
poison
murder
to-
for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, that was murder.
Anyway,
Just because it wasn't him, but he still killed himself.
right.
It was Ido.
Oh my god.
It was the child.
He was playing with his food.
I can't believe you would blame your own son. Isanosa. And I
Is he
don't
gonna
know.
break down? Is he gonna break down? Is he gonna break down animation?
Oh. It's a breakdown animation for a witness.
But he's not the
Clippity clop,
suspect.
clippity clop. He's being ridden like a horse by his son. Oh, he broke his.
God.
Oh, look, his mustache changed. He's now Wario.
He's Wario. Yeah.
Wow,
We
I
had
can't
a
believe he.
breakdown animation for a
For a
side witness,
witness.
not even the murderer.
Yeah, not even the murderer yet. That's so ridiculous.
This is good.
Oh my god. Extraordinarily low wages. Oh. Once again, while I'm kind of burning through, like, this is great, but
Wait, low ranking, he's a sergeant.
yeah, low ranking.
That doesn't seem right.
Which is worryingly believable. So he's okay. But none of this is relevant. Let's get back to the fact that there's blood on the stage. Do you think there's another hour of this? Do you think we should just stop?
I think it's entirely possible. Do you think we have to go through every single witness's breakdown animation?
No, I definitely don't think that. Like, I don't think that this guy is gonna have a because he didn't do anything, right? He just was the purveyor of the coin. But like,
That would be pretty funny, though.
Because I'm thinking about this, right? We're going through all of this just to prove that he brought out the wrong stake. So he's gonna bring out the right stake, and then we're gonna have to prove that the blood is real, right? And then she's gonna bring up some other bullshit. I think I think we should stop.
Probably. I think that's about right.
Oh, that's so annoying. It's so long.
We are frustrated by the length and girth of this game.
But
the
it's
breadth
so
of its
good.
content.
Like this is a case 3, not a case 1.
We're never gonna get off at this rate.
We're never gonna get off.
We're never gonna get off. It's too long and it's too girthy.
All right, give me 1 second. I wanna how long to beat? What is this called? Great
Fucking
Ace Attorney.
yeah, Great Ace Attorney.
Great Ace Attorney Chronicles does not have a rating just quite yet. So Great Ace Attorney Adventures, the original, which obviously no voice acting, no nothing, so we have to add time to this, is 30 hours. And Great Ace Attorney 2 is 36.
Wow.
So these are immense games. So what was Ace Attorney 1? Ace Attorney. Oh, I spelled attorney wrong. Attorney. Oh my god, just go. Thank you. Great Ace Attorney. Alright, so Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, 15 hours. The first game.
Christ.
So
Is that
No-
including case 1-5?
I can't tell.
Yeah.
I can't because they don't distinguish. What's Spirit of Justice? That's the second
Spirit
one.
of Justice is that's not the spin-off. Or sorry, fan game. That's not the fan game. I think that's the second one. Yeah, Trial and Tribulation is the third one. So Spirit of Justice is the second one.
What the fuck is Turnabout Time Traveler?
Oh, it's like a mini DLC case you can get in the fifth game.
Oh, okay, that's kind
I
of
think.
interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
So okay, I'm doing some quick maths. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney it's actually 18 hours. Ace Attorney Justice for All is.
Oh wait, no, just never
So
mind.
what's
I got
Spirit of
confused.
Justice? I don't know what
Spirit
that
Justice
is.
Spirit Justice is the sixth one.
Oh,
JFA
really?
is 2.
Okay.
I got confused by the order. Yeah.
So anyway, Ace Attorney 1 is 18, Ace Attorney 2 is 18, Ace Attorney 3 is 21. But the full game is 60. So that means that Rise from the Ashes is about 4 hours on its own. We have spent 6 on just this case.
Correct.
That's immense.
Talk about getting our money's worth.
I'm super happy about it. I just wish that I knew better places to like cut this, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
well.
with that being said, I guess we're done. This was excellent. Oh, you know what? Before we sign off, do you want to have a quick conversation about whether or not we're going to be doing something tomorrow?
Sure. I mean, I'm good to go whenever.
Okay. Normally we do Sunday streams starting at 2 p.m. my time, which might be early for you. So do you have a different time in mind?
That's fine. I can do 11 my time.
You're okay with that? All right.
Yeah, sure.
So the plan is that prior to stream, since obviously I'll have more daylight than you will, I'll get things set up for it. So I'll like bring up the tier list and whatnot. And then prior to stream, we'll go over a little bit of like an intro sort of thing, because I am going to be recording it to turn into a video at some point. All right. We should be all set. Good night,
All
Adrian.
right then. Go night.
Good night, stream.